Hello everyone and welcome back to Today in Reptile News, your only source on YouTube for Bartholomew. Let's begin. So today we have a bit of a strange news topic for you, as suggested by Joe, actually in the comment section of my last video. And this is a story that can only come out of Florida. This seriously can only come out of Florida, and I can say that because I'm from Florida. So this lady has a pet alligator named Rambo, and she absolutely adores this creature. She just loves this creature. She takes it on motorcycle rides with it, she hand feeds it, she kisses it on its lips, all things that I wouldn't suggest doing with a top predator, but she has found a companion, an animal companion, in this animal. And now Florida officials are actually trying to take him away because he's gotten over the length of 6 foot, and she has permits to keep him right now, but once he's over 6 foot, she doesn't have the permits or the size of land to house this creature anymore, as suggested by the Florida government. So my opinion on this, I knew I said that this wouldn't be kind of an opinionated show, but my opinion on this is don't do this. This creature is 11 years old and is only just peaking 6 foot right now. Most of the other creatures, most of the other alligators that I know that are 11 or younger are a lot bigger than 6 foot and have a lot more body mass on them. Not only that, but apparently he's very light sensitive, which came from him and his siblings, it sounds like, being put in a dark closet most of their lives, under the same woman's care. So I would definitely not suggest that. My recommendation is alligators are not pets. You can get some pets that will show affection towards you, but from my experience at least, and I may be proven wrong, if you know down in the comments, I mean, I've seen tame alligators, but I've never seen an alligator love someone. I don't think that animals are, now this is my opinion here, I don't know if animals are capable of love. Especially not, probably not on the level that we can feel it, and empathy and all the rest of that. And I think it's a bad idea. I think it's just inviting danger to you when you invite an apex predator into your home. If you have no idea how to properly care for it, which in my opinion this woman does not know how to properly care for it, I think that it is you're asking for a disaster. And for the time being, the only disaster that's happening is in her heart. Her emotions are being hurt. And if the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission can stop an actual tragedy from happening in this case, go for it. Because I can see some things happening with this. If the gator becomes spooked or something like that, because you have to understand that yes, you may be able to tame it down, and yes, you might be able to, have it sit beside you and watch TV, but it's still an American alligator, and when they get to their full-grown length, they have, I think, almost 3,000 pounds per square inch of jaw pressure. That's a lot more than a cat can do. However, I don't like cats as much as I like dogs. Don't tell my cats here. Yeah, I know, Bartholomew, you can glare at me all you want. You can glare at me all you want. I'm not getting a dog. I live in an apartment. I'm not getting a dog. And if this animal were to be spooked while you are petting it or doing whatever you do to a pet alligator, like, even I think it's weird, and I own a bunch of snakes and lizards. I even think it's weird to call this animal a pet, because it's not a pet. If something like that were to happen and you were petting this animal up near its head, what do you think it's going to grab if it thinks that you're right beside, if it doesn't know what's right beside it and you come in too quick on it, it's going to grab your arm. And he might not rip it off, but he'll do a number on it. So the link to that news story is actually down in the description. Thank you very much, Joe, for suggesting that. On to our next topic. The next topic is actually, it's kind of a sad one. The last one wasn't too uplifting either, but this one's a lot more sadder. Unfortunately, in the Newport Aquarium, one of the oldest alligator snapping turtles at 150 years old, unfortunately ended up passing away. Thunder was his name, and Thunder was actually one of the original animals that the aquarium had on display when it opened back in May 1999. I always think that's kind of sad, because this animal is just much like the human in the last story that I mentioned. He's kind of a living piece of history, and it's kind of upsetting to see it go away. And that's, I always hate hearing when other people's animals die. I hate it when my animals die. Like a lot. I can't even describe to you. So I can't imagine how a lot of the zookeepers felt, and aquarium keepers, what do you call it, an aquarist maybe, felt when they found that he had passed. I would be very upset if I knew him. So that story is down in the description as well. On to our very last story, coming from the SmithsonianMag.com. To scientists' surprise, even non-venomous snakes can strike at ridiculous speeds, which I think is a hilarious title, because if they've ever seen a blood python strike, they wouldn't be saying that it's a surprise. So the researchers set out with their group of snakes, their trio of species of snakes. They had cottonmouths, western diamondbacks, and Texas rat snakes. Of course, the cottonmouth and the western diamondback are both pit vipers, and the Texas rat snake is a colubrid and non-venomous. They tested 14 rat snakes, 6 cottonmouths, and 12 western diamondback rattlesnakes. And the results will definitely shock you. So check this out. Of course the rattlesnake won. Everybody knew that a rattlesnake would win. That was like no big deal. 297 meters per second was the acceleration. Per second, I should say. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. But guess what? Guess who came in second? The Texas rat snake came in second at 274 meters per second. Only 5 meters per second underneath the rattlesnake. How friggin' crazy for an average? That's insane. Wow, that's crazy. But this is actually insane. I didn't expect this. Not from a Texas rat snake. I definitely did not expect it from a Texas rat snake. If they put a blood python in with them, I could see it, but I'm talking about blood pythons a lot because I've got bad experiences with blood pythons. Really bad experiences. Not to scare you away from them, they're wonderful snakes, but I've got bad experiences with them, so don't want to talk about it. So actually, that's going to be the end of the news show. That's that link is down in the description as well, the Smithsonian Magazine. And tonight, I'm actually going over to my buddy Sean and Robin's house. And I'm pretty stoked about that. We're going to film over there. I'm going to show you what they do over there. They're the owners, of course, of Next Generation Reptiles. And I will see you there. Probably tomorrow. I'm probably going to edit this like right now and put it online, and then I'll put the other one on tomorrow. But yeah, definitely from all of us here at Mad Exotics, and especially me as your host of Today in Reptile News, this has been Today in Reptile News, and I hope you have a great night, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.